Good morning, children. Today we'll see the first unit in history, that is evolution of humans and society, that is prehistoric period. So we are going to see the evolution of humans and society from its origin, that is known as prehistoric period. We'll see the introduction part now. We live in the age of information technology. The mobile phones have literally put on the world on our fingertips. The all-encompassing knowledge that we possess now, which has helped in the development of powerful technology, did not emerge all of a sudden. The foundation of our modern life was facilitated by the development of the process of cognition among the human ancestors in the prehistoric life. So now we are living in a world which is completely of technological world now. We are living in a technological world, but this situation is not achieved easily because it is achieved by the development of our human ancestors in the prehistoric age. நம்ம வந்து இப்போ டெக்னாலஜிக்கல் வேர்ல்டில் இருக்கும், ஆனால் இதுக்கு வந்து நம்ம சீக்கிரமாகவே வந்துடல. ஸோ அதுக்கு நம்ம நிறைய எவல்யூட் ஆகி வந்திருக்கோம், நிறைய நம்ம டெவலப் ஆகி தான் இப்போ இன்றைக்கி இந்த இதில் நம்ம இருக்கிறோம் இல்லையா. Prehistoric people were the pioneers of creative knowledge. From the artifacts and the languages they developed, we are able to understand how intelligent they were. So prehistoric people are the creative knowledge, and from the artifacts and the languages they developed, we can able to know about the intelligence of the prehistoric people. Origin of the earth and the geological ages. The history of humans is closely related to the history of the earth. The earth contains geological, archaeological and biological records of historical times in its upper layers. They are important for reconstructing the history of the earth and various living organisms. The fossil bones of the human ancestors are embedded in the earth's layers. So history of humans is closely related to the history of earth. So earth contains the archaeological and biological records of historical times. How it contains the archaeological and biological records? Because while we are excavating the earth only, we got the evidence of the prehistoric people, no? So earth got the archaeological and biological records in its upper layers. And through this we are constructing the history of earth and the various living organisms. Paleoanthropologists and archaeologists excavate the soil and rock layers on the earth and extract evidence about human ancestors. These layers and the fossils are scientifically dated to study the various stages in human evolution and prehistory. Through the gathered evidence, they attempt to understand the evolution of human history and developments in a chronological order. So what this paleoanthropologists and archaeologists are doing means they are extracting the evidence about human ancestors through excavating the soil and rock layers. So வந்து பூமியை நம்ம இது பண்ணுறதுனால நம்மளுக்கு அதிலிருந்து ஹியூமன் ancestors நமக்கு முன்னாடி வாழ்ந்த நம்மளோட முன்னோர்கள், ஸோ அவங்கள பற்றின எவிடன்ஸ் நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்க வருது. ஸோ த்ரூ திஸ் scientifically, the fossils are scientifically dated to study the previous stages in human evolution. So humans வந்து எப்படி evolve பண்ணி வந்திருக்காங்க அப்படின்றத நம்ம இதை வச்சு படிக்கலாம். Through the gathered evidence, they attempt to understand the evolution of human history and development. So through this we can understand the evolution of human history and the developments in a chronological order. So chronological order is nothing but the ascending order in which the events are arranged in ascending order. So chronological order na historical events வந்து நம்ம எப்போ அது ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து ஹேப்பன் ஆச்சு, அதாவது 1830ல ஒன்று நடந்திருக்கும், 31ல நடந்திருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த ஆர்டர் படி நம்ம வைக்கிறோம். ஸோ அதுதான் chronological order அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். Archaeology is the study of human past through the analysis and the interpretation of material remains. Paleoanthropology is the study of human ancestors and their evolution by the study of the fossil remains. So archaeology is the study of human past. Paleoanthropology is the study of human ancestors. ஸோ இதை மனிதர்களோட முன்னோட காலம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம், முன்காலம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். அதை பற்றி படிக்கிறது ஆர்கியாலஜி. மனிதர்களோட முன்னோர்களை பற்றி படிக்கிறது பேலியோ ஆந்த்ரோபாலஜி. கிளியர்? The earth was formed approximately 4.54 billion years ago. Gradually, conditions emerged for the growth of organisms. The plants and animal came into being, and thereby foundation was laid for the evolution of humans. The long span of time in the history of earth is divided into eras, periods and epochs by the geologist. So the earth was formed before 4.54 billion years ago. So firstly plants and animals came. So after that there was a foundation was laid by the evolution of humans. So first வந்து plants and animals வரும். So அதுக்கப்புறமா humans ஓட evolution கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா அதில் இருக்கும். The long span of time in the history of earth is divided into 3 categories, that is eras, periods and epochs by the geologist. 1 billion is equal to 100 crore, 1 million is equal to 10 lakh. Australopithecines were the apes from which modern humans evolved. Now they are extinct, but they are considered to be close relatives of humans. So Australopithecines is a kind of a monkey. அது வந்து ஒரு குரங்கு. ஸோ அதிலிருந்து தான் இந்த மாடர்ன் ஹியூமன்ஸ் எவால்வ் ஆயிருக்காங்க. நவ் தே ஆர் எக்ஸ்டிங்க்ட். எக்ஸ்டிங்க்ட் மீன்ஸ் அது இப்போ இல்லை. ஓகே, எக்ஸிஸ்ட் அப்படின்னா இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். எக்ஸ்டிங்க்ட் அப்படின்னா அது இப்போ இல்லை. பட் தே ஆர் கன்சிடர்ட் டு பி த க்ளோஸ் ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஹியூமன்ஸ். Human inquiries into the past and origin of the world. So now we are going to learn about the human inquiries into the past and the origin of the world. The age of speculation. Humans are the only species on the earth concerned with understanding as well as explaining the world and the universe. So humans have the knowledge to understand as well as to explain about the world and universe. In the course of evolution, humans became conscious and knowledgeable. So evolute ஆக கொஞ்ச நாள் போக போக ஹியூமன்ஸுக்கு வந்து அந்த கான்ஷியஸ்னஸும் இந்த நாலேஜும் வர ஆரம்பிச்சது. They turned curious and began to think and ask questions about nature, organisms and the world around them. So they started to think and to ask questions about the nature. At first they considered nature as a god. They worshipped sun, moon and various natural forces about which they developed their own understanding, some of which is not scientific. So first they considered nature as a god, and they worship the sun, moon, which are all considered as a natural forces. அவங்க வந்து அவங்களுக்கு எப்படி புரியுதோ அந்த மாதிரி அதை புரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கிட்டாங்க. பட் தட் இஸ் நாட் சயின்டிஃபிக். த லேக் ஆஃப் சயின்டிஃபிக் நாலேஜ் ஆன் த கிரியேஷன் ஆஃப் த வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் ரிஃப்ளெக்டட் இன் த ஏன்ஷியன்ட் ரைட்டிங்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிலீஜியஸ் லிட்ரேச்சர். So through the ancient writings and the religious literature we can see the lack of scientific knowledge which is in the olden days. BC, that is BCE is equal to before common era. AD CE, CE means common era. Scientific foundations of geology, biology and archaeology. The beginning of history writing can be traced to the ancient Greeks. So they started the beginning of history. Herodotus is considered the father of history because the history he wrote was humanistic and rationalistic. The rise of scientific inquiry into the origin of humans was possible because of several reasons are here. So Herodotus is considered as the father of history because the history what he wrote is humanistic and rationalistic. So மனித தன்மையோட அவர் எழுதின அந்த history இருந்ததனால he is considered as the father of history. So several reasons are there to the rise of scientific inquiry into the origin of humans was possible. So எப்படி வந்து இந்த சயின்டிஃபிக் என்கொயரி ஒரிஜின் ஆஃப் ஹியூமன்ஸில் வந்து எப்படி பாசிபிள் ஆச்சு, மனிதங்களோட ஆரம்ப நிலையை எப்படி நம்ம வந்து இது பண்ண முடிஞ்சுது அப்படின்றதுக்கான செவரல் ரீசன்ஸ் இருக்குது. வில் see the reasons now. The interest in collection of archaeological remains and the opening of museums after the Renaissance movement. The development of ideas of stratigraphy and geology, Darwin's theory of biological evolution, the discovery of human and animal fossils, stone tools and artifacts of early civilization, and the ability to decipher early scripts. So how this scientific inquiry is possible now? Due to the interest in collection of archaeological remains and opening of museum. So archaeological இது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டும் மியூசியம் ஓப்பன் பண்ணதும் தான் இதை பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒரு பாசிபிள் ரீசன். ஓகே, த செகண்ட் ரீசன் இஸ் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஐடியாஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ராட்டிகிராஃபி. ஸோ ஸ்ட்ராட்டிகிராஃபி ஐடியாஸை டெவலப் பண்ணனால டார்வின்ஸ் தியரி. So these are some of the possibilities to inquire about the origin of humans. Stratigraphy, the study of origin, nature and relationship of rock and soil layers that were formed due to natural and cultural activities. So stratigraphy means naturally formed relationship of rock and soil layers. So அதை பற்றி நம்ம படிக்கிறது தான் stratigraphy அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். Oldest museum. The museum of Enigaldi Nanna in Mesopotamia was established in 530 BC. The princess Enigaldi was the daughter of the Neo-Babylonian king Nabonidus. The Capitoline Museum in Italy is perhaps the oldest surviving museum. So it is the oldest museum at present. Ashmolean Museum at Oxford University is the oldest university museum in the world. It was established in 1677 AD. Herbert Spencer's Biological Evolution and Charles Darwin's theory on concept of natural selection and survival of the fittest contributed to the scientific understanding of human origins. So these two theories helped to contribute the scientific understanding of human origins. Charles Darwin published the books on the origin of species in 1859 and the descent of man in 1871. So Charles Darwin published two books, that is the origin of species in 1859 and the descent of man in 1871. Natural selection, the process by which the organisms that are better adapt to their environment would survive and produce more offsprings. So the organisms that are adapted to the environment would survive. அதாவது என்னென்ன உயிரினங்கள்லாம் வந்து அந்த என்விரான்மெண்ட்க்கு அடாப்ட் ஆகிக்குதோ அதெல்லாம் பிழைச்சிக்கும், அதோட இதை வந்து அதிகப்படுத்திக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Survival of the fittest means survival of the form that will leave the most copies of itself in successive generations. Fossil, prehistoric animal or plant that turns into stone over a period of time because of chemical and physical process. Animal bones are preserved due to mineralization. Paleontology is the study of fossil. So the plants and animals turns into a stone because of this chemical and physical process. அதாவது ரொம்ப வருஷமாக அப்படியே இருக்கிற அந்த plants and animalஸோட இது வந்து கெமிக்கல் அண்ட் ஃபிசிக்கல் ப்ராசஸ்னால அப்படியே ஒரு பாறை மாதிரி அப்படி படிஞ்சிரும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். ஸோ அதை தான் நம்ம fossils அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். Paleontology is the study of fossils. Stone Age, the period when stone was mainly used for making implements is known as Stone Age. Bronze Age, the period when bronze metallurgy, that is extraction of metal from ores, developed. Iron Age, the period when iron was smelted to produce implements is known as Iron Age. Since the 19th century, scholars have used advanced scientific techniques. They undertook systematic studies to contribute to the current state of knowledge on prehistory. So the scholars who are in the 19th century used the advanced technique to attain the current state of knowledge on prehistory. These are the courses of cultures in ancient Tamilagam. So it is divided into three periods, that is Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, and then Iron Age, and then early historic and Sangam Age. So see here, these are found in Paleolithic period. Hand axes, cleavers, hunting and gathering. In Mesolithic period, microlithic tools, no knowledge of metal, but hunting of animals and birds, gathering of plant food. In Neolithic period, polished stone axes, microliths, domestication of animals, cultivation of crops, multiplicity of groups, coexistence of hunter-gatherers. Okay. And then in Iron Age, megalithic burial custom, coexistence of hunters, gatherers and pastoral groups, development of chiefdom, Now in early historic and Sangam age, monarchies of Chera, Chola and Pandya, development of hero worship, poetic traditions and literature, trade and exchange by sea.